Morning Drive, brought to you by Golf Pride.
A very good morning and welcome into Morning Drive on this April night for what would have been the kickoff to the 84th Masters Tournament. Anna Whiteley with you alongside Damon Hack, Paige McKenzie and Robert Dameron. Now, guys, I think we speak for all of us when I say we all wish we were kicking back today watching Tiger Woods kick off the beginning of his Masters defense. But of course, we will just have to wait until November to do just that. But Tiger, still in the Masters spirit earlier this week by posting this photo on social media, enjoying his Masters Champions dinner while in quarantine, saying nothing better than being with the family. Look at that for a table centerpiece. And so even though we can't watch live Masters action today, we still have plenty of Masters moments for you to enjoy today on golf, including highlights from Tom Watson's 2 Masters wins at noon and 1:30 p.m. Eastern, Faraty with multiple Masters champs from 2 till 7 p.m. And then be sure to enjoy Bubba's win in 2012 and the first of Tiger's 5 Masters titles in 1997 at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. So guys, that leads us nicely on for one word. So as we bring back the rest of the crew, Damon, I'm going to start with you. Given those 5 Masters victories, just give me one word to describe Tiger's Masters legacy.
Anna, the word is transcendent. Tiger's wins at the Masters have captured the imagination of grandmas in Dubuque and Davenport, Iowa, all the way to Compton and Long Beach, California. You think of 1997, this was a win that shook the roots, of this game to its very, very core, a message that the game would look very different for the next couple of decades. And then his win last year at the Masters, if it was shaking the roots in 97, it was tugging at the heartstrings in 2019, the ultimate comeback story for Tiger Woods. He's lived a full career just in his 5 victories at the Masters.
Damon, I completely agree with you. And I love that word because there's not a more transcendent athlete, I think, in the world than Tiger Woods, how he's entered the mainstream and become more than just about golf. But I would also add the word immortal. And a lot of why I feel like immortal is appropriate is because of what you just said. He's lived his lifetime at Augusta. It feels as though you can follow his entire career through not only his wins, but some of his losses, his absence in 2016 with all of the injury. I think back to 2010 when he came back from the accident in the fall of 2009, and that was his first event back, and finished 4th and gave a very defiant interview afterward. And there was just so many moments throughout his career that you can follow that really kind of trace the trajectory of where he's been and where he could potentially be going again after the win in 2019.
Oh, those are pretty strong words, transcendent, immortal. I think mine's just as strong, and it's miraculous. I think when you can remember him tapping in on the last hole last year, you could hear Al Michaels saying, do you believe in miracles? And I thought, the biggest comeback or the biggest possible shock in all of sports was 1980, the Miracle on Ice, also Tiger Woods 2019, because he was the Russian hockey team. He was the team that couldn't lose. In 97, obviously he showed us what he could do, but then he retooled a little bit under Butch. 01, 02 wins, and we think here's a guy that's never going to lose at Augusta again. And then through, a lot of unfortunate happenings, some his own, some not, he went to a guy that I believe could never win again, not at Augusta, probably not anywhere, and he did. So he was the U.S. hockey team last year and the Russian hockey team before, but the greatest comeback in sports, I have no doubt, and it was nothing short of miraculous, Anna.
It was nothing short of miraculous, and I still don't think we probably don't appreciate just what it took for him to come back last year and win his 5th green jacket. But I'm going to say unrivaled. And I know when you look at it on paper, of course, Jack Nicklaus has got 1 more green jacket than Tiger Woods has, but it's not how many he's got. It's the way that he's done it and the messages and the statements that he has sent whilst picking up those jackets along the way, all the way back to 97. Damon, of course, you touched on it, just announcing himself as the dominant force that we would then go on to see for the best part of 2 decades following that, to then go on and complete the Tiger Slam in 01, to then defend in 02, joining just Jack and Faldo as the only only man to defend the Masters title, and then to go 14 years from 2005 to 2019 for his fourth and fifth jackets. I mean, it's difficult to put into words what Tiger came back from being so derailed in his career. But the statements every time he has won the Masters tournament is just an unrivaled legacy.
It's left us, Anna, with so many powerful, lasting images just in his 5 green jackets. And he has 15 majors, but those 5 Masters titles, you think of the iconic hug with his parents after the win in 97 by 12 shots, who he played alongside that week, Sir Nick Faldo, Colin Montgomery, Costantino Rocca, and then the hug with his kids off of 18 1 year ago. It's really been the story of a life, the story of a career, the arc of a life, and the arc of a career when you look at Tiger Woods' days at Augusta National.
Yeah, well, we look back at the days for Tiger Woods, but I think we would be fools to not look ahead and see what still could potentially be for Tiger. And we will just have to wait until November, until he goes for that title defense. And we absolutely can't wait. But today, we've got so much Masters action on golf for you to look forward to hopefully fill the void. And it all begins at noon. You can relive Tom Watson's 2 Masters victories. Verity has multiple Masters champions joining him throughout the afternoon. And then this evening, we are celebrating the Masters with Bubba's win in 2012 and Tiger's iconic 1997 victory. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.